How's it going, guys? This is TFN Network, and we are here with another episode of Kickout Commentary. I am one of your hosts, SBC Prophet, and my co-host,
Hollywood, the boy, the one and only.
You didn't sound that enthusiastic.
Not a problem for if I don't have the energy now. I always have the energy. It's a build-up.
Okay. Fair enough. But, anyways, how are you doing today?
I'm doing great. It was a lovely day, springtime. Still a little cold, but...
Yesterday was the first day of spring, right? I think so. Something like that.
It's been a while.
I don't know. Forgot all that shit in school. But yeah, so thankful for anything today? Feeling blessed about anything today?
I'm thankful just to keep on living in this beautiful. I'm about to say beautiful world.
You're supposed to say this goddamn world.
Well, no, I'm gonna say this given beautiful world, but at the same time, there are moments in this world that is not like very.
Yeah, not everything is. If things were perfect, there'd be nothing to live for. But anyways, this is a wrestling podcast. This isn't, But it's good to just kind of just reflect on those type of things. Mm-hmm. So, anyways, we hope you, the listener, are doing really good. I'm actually feeling really energetic today. You guys can probably tell I'm actually being a little more vocal and everything like that.
He really is. Like, this is a once in a while, like, blue moon.
Yeah, I'm going to do this, like, every couple episodes. It's just going to... Y'all not going to know. It's just going to be random. But yeah, so I hope you guys are doing good. I'm just going to say, Friday's Night SmackDown was interesting. You saw, right? Or did you just see the highlights?
I seen the highlights.
Yeah, I didn't.
You didn't watch it?
No.
That's why.
I think I was doing something that day, so I just didn't get the chance to. Yeah, I could have watched the highlights afterwards, but I was just like, Adam will tell me.
Oh, do you see this now? It's basically just me giving me the report where I'm basically putting the work in.
What do you mean?
Nah, it's on both of us. It's kind of crazy.
Well, I do know that there was a rock concert, and apparently he talked about smacking the herpes off somebody's lips and things like that.
Where he mentioned a lot of people, except for Honest Cody Rhodes, and he showed the Cody Rhodes' old gimmick, Stardust. This is something we could have actually talked about if you've seen the product. Crazy.
Yeah, well, I fucked up. I'll admit that. Just like I fucked up with forgetting to upload 2 weeks ago and all that. I make mistakes. Only human.
You're right.
Not the Undertaker. Not undead.
Anyways, where we gonna go with what I was gonna say? As you know, I was about to say Cody Rhodes. Logan Paul is fighting Randy Orton and KO for the U.S. title.
At WrestleMania?
WrestleMania, triple threat match.
That's it. Wait, has Randy ever won the United States?
Maybe.
He might not have. Let me check. Because that'd be crazy if Randy won. Because Kevin Owens has been United States champion. Yeah. And Logan is the current United States champion. But I don't know if Randy's actually ever... I don't think Randy's ever been a Grand Slam.
He won the IC, I know.
Yeah, he won the IC. But I don't know. But people also have different definitions of Grand Slam. Like some people, in my opinion, Grand Slam, they have to win every major singles title. So just because, like, for some people...
I mean, but you say every singles title, you're not including tag team titles.
Well, I meant tag team. But what I mean by is, like somebody else might think, oh, they just need to win the United States or the Intercontinental, that counts. No. In my opinion, they have to win both.
No, for that case, no. The issue is not like... You have to win both the IC and US.
Yeah.
What people are saying is you have to... is either one or both world titles. And which in my book, you have to win both. I'm not gonna lie.
Oh, sure. I must have looked this up before. Yeah, he did back in 2018. Amazing. And that is when he did finally become the 18th overall Grand Slam champion after already having been the 17th Triple Crown champion.
Makes sense.
So they all three have won it. Okay. Damn, that must not have been really a good run because I do not remember Randy being,
I mean,
actually,
It's probably.
He might have been feuding with like Jeff Hardy at that time, I think, too, and all
Probably.
that stuff. That's when he had to like kind of his hair was growing out again a little bit, but he was doing crazy shit like putting screwdrivers in Jeff Hardy's ear holes and shit. That was.
I'll say that probably does make sense with the during that time frame. But at the same time, it's like Randy Orton had like a bunch of championships,
Yeah,
and which is like they all blend in as one.
It's hard to keep track. But anyway, so that's good. I also saw, I think Austin Theory kind of fucked up a little. It was like Kevin Owens hit him with a stunner, and then he like jumped
Yeah,
into the RKO.
I spoke to someone about that, and which is like, I said this a way they could like actually like did the spot right again was like Kevin Owens trying to do a pop-up powerbomb. Austin Theory like countered that as like he's about to do like a as he like jumps down about to do a neckbreaker, like corner by he sees Randy and then RKO.
Yeah.
That would have been like an easy like way to save.
Yeah, but to do a stunner into an RKO, that's real tricky, especially. I mean, unless Kevin Owens would have been standing more to the left, like kind of like behind Austin Theory, would have turned him around, hit him, boom. He could have turned around, like kind of like turned around a little. Then Randy could have hit him with the stunner.
Or if anything, like again, like KO hit him with stunner. Austin Theory is like still kind of like he's dazed, and then next thing you know, Randy like turns to the side and then boom RKO.
Yeah, well, Austin Theory. He tried to do something.
Well, at the same time,
I respect it.
Yeah, it's just like the angle of it, and where it's like Randy was legit behind Randy. Kevin. Yeah, Randy was behind Kevin Owens, and which is like.
It's not a sentence you want to hear every day. It's like no.
And which is like
he's just
boom.
He's just there.
And which is like all right, boom,
Watch out.
So that's like kind of tricky. Dakota and Bailey had a good match. And but at the same time, it's a build up for.
This is why I said that Low Kitty should have one more pay per view for WrestleMania because they could have saved that for a pay per view match. Fucking Bailey versus Dakota Kai.
Yeah, but we're past the point. This whole month is a build up to WrestleMania.
I know, but it's just like Fastlane or something.
We already had Fastlane this year.
Well. Fucking.
Well, we had that when Cody Rhodes and Jey Uso beat on Judgment Day for the tag team titles.
For real?
Yes, that's when they won it. You can search it. That's when we had Fastlane.
So then that no, but that was like December, right? So that's not even this year then.
I mean, you can argue that, but at the same time they still won titles.
Yeah. Well, kind of going off topic. Do you think Judgment Day is going to keep the titles at WrestleMania? Because it's 6 teams. I feel like they're going to lose it. Just because it's... Because then at that point, if they win, who else do they got to beat? You just beat 5 other teams to keep your titles.
Yeah, but I'm not going to lie for this team. The teams that are in it is... Of course, you got Judgment Day, Awesome Truth, DIY, New Day, and I feel like there's one more that I'm missing.
I don't know, Matt Hardy showed up at Raw.
I know. I saw it. He was thinking, and see, Jeff Hardy's the real one. I mean, not Jeff. Matt Hardy. Matt Hardy's the real one.
Super truly.
And where he's legit, legit taking photos with each fan that wants to take a picture and legit having a conversation. And where the only time where he stopped taking photos is when his wife pulled him to the side and for them to go. But he still took some pictures with fans that wanted to. Yeah. I appreciate that.
Yeah, that's cool. Obviously, that doesn't need to be like a all the time type thing because they are humans too at the end of the day. But for him to definitely do that, take time out of his schedule, whatever.
And it also shows that Matt has no bad blood with WWE.
Most of them don't.
Well, most.
Yeah. I'm just saying, like, a lot of times, it's not the company, it's somebody in the company that ruined it for him. Like, Vince ruined it most likely for CM Punk. So, Vince is gone. CM Punk's like, well, the dude that cleans the toilets, I didn't have an issue with him. You know, like, there's, like what I mean by is, like, there's certain people and certain relationships that you have with people that can make or break, like, where you're working at, make it better or worse. So, you know, like we
all have that one person. We all do.
Yeah.
And I'm not gonna lie, is when I saw earlier and like it's from like Becky Lynch book where she's gonna come out soon, and where she talk about how like they how she squashed
Are you gonna read the book?
Bianca. I might. Where she squashed Bianca, and where she felt bad and all that, and Bianca was like, well, I said Bailey. Becky saw Bianca crying, and where she comforted her and all that, and where Bianca was saying was like so kind of happy and all that, but she was like her momentum like towards WrestleMania. She didn't feel it, but Becky promised her like you're gonna be back at WrestleMania. Like you have my word, and boom.
And she did, and like you could tell, like she didn't really believe. And that WrestleMania, she didn't believe that she was the woman or whatever like that, Bianca Belair. But then that next WrestleMania, that next year, when after she won, you could just see the differences in her face from the year prior, where she like looked shocked that she had won, to then like knowing like, okay, I'm the shit, I deserve this win. So yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like a lot of people, yes, even though wrestling is very competitive. Like I remember CM Punk said on Colt Cabana's podcast that he tried to end the 2014 Royal Rumble. He was trying to help people get their moment. Like Rusev was coming in, and he told Rusev, "Just do something cool to me. Just let me know what you're gonna do, so I can sell it." Whatever. He said, "Because you got to make these moments count. Because nobody in that locker room wants you to succeed." I don't think that's true. There might be some.
There might be, yeah,
but it's not an overall arching of. Because at the end of the day, they're all.
But you gotta remember, they're competing for that TV spot, and which is like, if you're doing very well, and you're on like a consistent basis, your eyes are on you, and like you're gonna get more of your moments.
Yeah.
And like for instance, like Hit Row, most people will not know who that group was. Do you?
I know who Hit Row is.
I
know they got fired like twice.
Yeah.
And still came back.
Fired twice and all that, and boom, and like, I'm trying to remember what's his name. Not Shanti. What was the other guy's name?
B-Show?
B-Show, yeah. And when she was on, he had an interview, and when she was talking to someone, he was talking about how Triple H, something like, oh, is there any chance you could come to this show and all that? And when she said, I'll only come back if like the whole Hit Row is like back on.
Fire. That's cool.
And when she, boom, and like that's a real one. And like he also talked about like that he pinched, they all pinched like bunch of ideas to creative and all that, like, and he said 90% of the time they shot him down, and then one moment they want him down to like make a diss track on the OC, and which they did, and then boom, they thought they was gonna start a feud right there. No, they didn't start a feud. It just left it right there, which is like you could see like after like hearing him, you can see the passion that was there, and where it's like they didn't like took
that's the tricky thing with professional wrestling, is because and most times in most wrestling promotions that are big, they have too many superstars to do stuff with, but you also don't want to oversaturate the market by having multiple shows a week and all that stuff like that, because even though yes, that gives a chance for other wrestlers to have to shine, that's too much. It's like too much. It's like you're kind of watering down the product a little bit. Like actually, Kevin Nash said that. He did an interview, and because he used to be a booker in WCW, so he like had like a whole whiteboard and everything, and he's like, you can have 5 shows a week, but if those shows are mediocre and there's not that good wrestling, and there's not like the wrestling's not that good, the story's not being pushed forward, nothing like that, it's not going to do as well as having 1 or 2 shows a week that doesn't even have nearly as much time as, like, because SmackDown's less than Raw, but still by like an hour or whatever. As long as you just have because productivity is better than quality's always been better than quantity in pretty much any situation. True. So that's why it's tricky, is because there's so much great talent that they cannot do everything with at all times. But
I'm about to say, hold up though. You could have that much great talent.
But wrestling has newer outlets than what they used to have. In the 80s and 90s, they didn't have YouTube. They didn't have social media to push this. Because you could just have simple stuff like that where it's like,
I mean, look at a prime example was Zack Ryder for the whole internet championship.
Exactly, something like that, or how they now on like WWE's Instagram and shit like that, where a person goes with a camera back to the superstars and just asks them questions or shit like that. Like that just helps keep everybody in the loop and doing something. They were.
Mind you, some of them do have TikTok and they be doing like their own stuff, like get ready with me and like with traveling or like makeup or like doing something.
Exactly. That's because
it's like you build a fan base.
John Cena said it best. WWE doesn't offer you a guarantee. It offers you an opportunity. What you do with your opportunity, even if things are held against you. That's why with that whole argument that Miz had with Big E, I kind of agree with Miz more because, yes, they did Kofi Kingston dirty. That is a definite 100%. They did Kofi Kingston dirty. But what the Miz said is also super true. Even if you are on screen for 4 seconds, you have to show in those 4 seconds you deserve better.
But here's the thing though, and I'm not gonna lie, I went back with the whole Kofi Mania, and which the sense of like how Kofi like during that whole time when like Kofi like trying like fight for the WWE Championship, it didn't feel like he wanted it that bad. It didn't felt like it.
Yeah,
no.
Everybody else wanted it for him.
Yeah, and yes, very yes.
But he wasn't supposed to be the guy.
He wasn't supposed to be the guy, and I think like mentally he knew that, and was like he was still doing like the company man, like the like still doing his stuff, but you didn't feel. The one person I'm not gonna lie, when I went back and I saw the passion was Xavier Woods. He felt it like from the passion on it.
Because they're so close as friends. That's
but I feel like if the roles were reversed, I feel like Xavier Woods would have like a probably the same fate as like with Kofi, like with the whole Brock Lesnar.
Oh yeah, they definitely.
Oh yeah,
they would have fed him to Brock.
yeah, of course.
They would have.
I'm not gonna lie, but I feel like we would have seen like more. I feel like it would have been like a much like longer. I think like an 8-month title reign. I see 8 months. I see him like big and like the New Day split up.
Funny enough, my father, who is a big wrestling fan, just like me, he said the best. We were actually talking last night about wrestling. The championship is a championship, yes, it's but it's also the man who makes that. Because how many title reigns have there been since the inception of these titles? A shit ton of reigns, hundreds maybe, of reigns, right? But when we think of the best ones, we can only probably do 2 handfuls, maybe, of reigns. If we can think off the top of our, maybe even 1 hand full of superb reigns, because it is the man that also makes the championship.
True.
So, like you just pointed out right there, if Kofi himself was like, "Damn, I'm not even really feeling like I'm a world champion," that's gonna come into play with everything. So then,
and you can see it,
and then creatives seeing that too. So they're like, "Well, fuck it. If he doesn't want it."
But and mind you, give it to Brock, and then next moment, Brock is feuding with Bobby, and mind you, you still got Roman Reigns, and that was a whole build up they did too towards that.
Yeah, you give but that's why, like I said, like what the Miz said is so true, just because it's just like what.
But I'm not gonna lie, actually, I feel like we should do that. I'm so sorry to cut you off. I really am. I feel like we should name we go back and forth and try to go name 10. Just any superstar that had for each championship, and we just go from there.
Okay.
I know it sounds weird. And it's just like, what the fuck? But I feel like it just shows who pops up in our head. Just when we think like that. For
so you mean every major championship, or are we just talking world titles? Titles over. So I mean, you're also talking United States Intercontinental. Damn, that's okay. Well,
that's an interesting thought when you think of it.
We'll start with a championship and start with a wrestler, and we'll just go from there.
Well, let's start with the easy one. We're gonna go with
ECW segment.
Actually, I was thinking ECW.
I can't even think of 10 ECW.
I think of 5.
Yeah,
But all right, so let's start with IC.
Okay.
And for most people, I hope that you
Miz.
I'll say definitely Miz.
Well, and I'm only saying Miz not because of because a lot of people say, oh, well, Miz had a lot of reigns, but each reign he had lasted more than 100 days.
And
he was making this shit good. So
I was gonna say Dolph.
Dolph had a couple good ones.
And you felt the passion with Dolph with that. I see.
Yeah. Man, there's been a lot of Intercontinental. Chris Jericho was a good. He actually, because like he was Intercontinental Champion at a time where Vince was like, "Who gives a fuck about the Intercontinental Championship?" He literally told that to Chris Jericho. So Chris Jericho then kind of made it his mission to like prove him wrong. So like that right there in itself, he was good.
He definitely was a good. He's a great candidate. I'm gonna say Gunther.
Probably, yeah.
Yeah, now I would say
the best Intercontinental Champion in modern era.
Modern era for on everything, and it's not even because like this might be something.
It's not just because of how long he's had it. It's because that every title defense he's had has pretty much been a good match. And
great match, and it's not even like even though he's a heel, he's not even doing like with heel touches like how like Roman is doing it.
Yeah, he's winning cleanly.
Clean, and where it's just like, boom, and where you think there's a moment where the babyface is gonna win, no, he actually just shows how dominant he is, and I was just like, this is how really Gunther is. I'm like. I like that.
Yeah, that man difference, bro.
And mind you, it's not even like he sees like the IC as like
inferior.
Inferior. He sees it as a superior like, belt, like everyone like people should fight for, and where it's like he welcome any challenger to see if they could take it.
Yeah. It's like it's like his baby. Yeah. That's all I was trying to say. Just got fucking tongue twister right there.
Alright, so
you said Gunther.
Yeah.
Alright, so we're doing overall just naming 10. I thought you were gonna name 10. I was gonna name 10.
I mean, we could do that, but I'll fly that.
Yeah. That's, okay. So that's 4. Alright. I'd say Cody.
I would say yeah. You can see Cody. I could definitely see Cody for that. I'm not gonna lie. For me, I see Drew. Drew had that IC.
Oh yeah, you're right. Yeah, that was like the first major title thing he was. Yeah, he had I don't know why. To me, I thought the spot that he used to do was so cool, where he would go outside and like try to like hide underneath the ring, and then he'd like bash your head into that metal part of the side of the ring, like right above the apron. Like right above the
I forgot about that.
Yeah. He would like do that and bing, and that's how he like to me shit was kind of like cool because it was like something like original.
It really was.
Yeah.
Alright. There's that. That's 5.
I'm trying to think of many more Intercontinental.
It's just kind of it's passing through our minds like quick.
Yeah.
Jeff Hardy. Jeff Hardy. You know we already said Jeff.
No, we didn't say Jeff.
Jeff Hardy. You guys said Jeff Hardy was not a good IC championship.
When he was IC champion, I'm trying to remember.
In the past, not now.
I'm trying to remember if feuds he even had. I think he only had like one major feud, and that was like with Umaga.
I mean, it still was a good feud though.
I guess.
But... You guess. I mean, that ain't people childhood. Them going fighting, having that whole false count match. Him jumping off the top of that truck.
Wait, man, I just need to look at it because I can't think of that many because half of the time it's because so many people have held it and for short stints, so it's hard to like just keep track. Yeah.
I don't blame you.
Oh well, shit. I mean, we didn't even Shawn Michaels.
See that I'm not gonna lie. The superstars that we think of, but I don't see Shawn Michaels at. Well, I do see him as IC, but I don't see him as IC.
He made that shit a big. Well, but then again, the IC was considered very bigger, a lot more in that time period or whatever. Yeah, I'm looking at this thing. This has like a whole thing. Gold Dust was good. Was a good one.
So we're at 7. Or we're gonna include Gold Dust. I don't see Gold Dust.
Yeah, I did not know that Luke Harper was a fucking.
Yeah, it's just that his championship run was like.
And Stone Cold was also Santino Marella.
I see Santino. I'm not gonna lie.
Just because he won it in his debut against Umaga and nobody suspected that was gonna happen. That shit was so out of his world. Honky Tonk Man.
That's 10. Honky Tonk.
And honorary mention, Ultimate Warrior. Just because he's the one who beat Honky Tonk Man and everybody lost their fucking shit. For that.
Really?
Alright, name, I guess, another championship.
US.
See, that's a little easier because there was also WCW United States Champion.
Yeah, I'm not gonna lie. John Cena.
Yes.
And let's say that on the reason why. The US, and you guys say with me, the US Open Challenge.
Yes, exactly.
That was amazing.
Dean Ambrose was a good United States champion. He was actually the longest. I think he might still be considered the longest reigning United States champion. And yeah, at that time when he had it for like almost a year, when he was in the Shield.
You're right, but like even now, still.
All right, yeah. Let me see.
Cause if he still has it, I'm more surprised Vince didn't try to destroy that record.
Yeah, like fuck this. Well, but then again, though, like I said, it was bad terms, but it wasn't like extremely bad terms. It was. I'm pretty sure like
what they did with CM Punk. Come on.
Okay, you sent his firing papers on his wedding day.
Oh yeah, but like, the next person that broke his like the whole year was AJ Styles.
Anyways, okay, longest reigning.
U.S.
United States. Yeah, Big Brother really do be listening because half of these keep popping the fuck up as I'm saying it.
But for me, after John Cena, he said the Ambrose. I'm gonna say Rusev.
Okay, so actually, Lex Luger.
That makes sense though.
But that would is that the WWE
or
WCW? But damn, the inaugural champion is Harley Race. They have been 102 champions.
Makes sense.
With having the most reigns, as Ric Flair has the most United States championships with 6.
I can see that.
The longest reigning champion is Lex Luger, who held the title for 523 days. Okay, so never mind. So I guess in WWE's records, not just overall records, Dean Ambrose. So it's because they said that at the time. They're like, oh, he's the longest reigning. So who else did you say?
I said Rusev.
Rusev.
Nah, think about the matches Rusev brought with the U.S. title. Yeah, I'll say the good one.
Well, no, because I think he had like 2 separate reigns. Like he had when he first.
First one.
Then he had when he was like the short hair version of Rusev, which was ass. So.
Yeah, I would say the first one.
Yeah, first one. Okay. United States champions.
I mean, Ric Flair and Lex Luger. We gotta put that out there. So that's 1, 2, 3. That's 5 right there.
Then let me see. Let me look at a list because I'm like.
You're just going blank.
Yeah, I'm going seriously blank right now. Damn, there's been so many.
I'm not gonna lie. I'm not. And you go look at me weird. I'm not adding Kevin Owens into that list.
Yeah, he wasn't United States champion for that long. He didn't really do much.
Yeah.
What?
We have a good friend in here. Don't pay him no mind.
I would definitely say Seth Rollins, just because he's the only person. It's just because he's the only person to have both the United States and the WWE Championship. So that was a cool thing that they did.
Okay.
So that I just consider that, but I mean, but you do have like the legends like Dean Malenko.
True, but I feel like it would include legends. That's like, I'm not gonna lie.
MVP was a decent. He had that for a while. The United States back in his prime. He beat Shelton Benjamin for it, I remember, and had that shit for like 200 days. I think something like that. I think Matt Hardy beat him, which was crazy.
There was one more. There was actually a person.
Remember when Matt Hardy first?
Did The Miz win?
Yeah, The Miz has won it many times.
Yeah, and I would say The Miz is definitely. He made that something.
Remember when Matt Hardy first went to TNA in like 2011, and his finisher move was a submission.
Yeah. It
was called like the ice pick or some shit.
It was weird.
I mean, it was a cool move. It just didn't match his style.
I mean, it's like... What?
And that man was like eating his feelings away at that time, so he like got real fat. But yeah, Dean Ambrose, Chris Jericho.
Who said Chris? Remember? No, we said Chris for IC.
Yeah. Chris Jericho.
Nah, for which time ring? If you're talking about for
the scarf wearing ring.
The gimmick was good.
Yeah, the Jericho. Come on, bro. That shit was amazing. He said, "You know what I like to do? The guys who don't have chins. You know how I feel about them? They just made the list." But the Miz, yeah, there's been a lot. Kevin Owens, but you don't want to.
I'm not including him. If you want to
Shane Douglas is the United States champion. One Man Gang. Terry Funk. I forgot really how many fucking titles Terry Funk has really had.
I mean, yeah,
Logan Paul. Obviously,
we're not gonna include Logan Paul right now. Come on.
Nah, but it makes shit easier. It just makes shit a little easier.
Yeah, it does make. I was gonna say Dusty.
Yeah.
I like how I say, yeah. Like, damn, you don't like Dusty?
No, I do. It's just,
kind of crazy.
Did we say? Oh yeah, we did say John Cena, of course.
Yeah. Eddie.
Oh yeah, Eddie. Got Eddie Guerrero.
You don't sound as passionate about this.
Carlito.
I forgot about Carlito.
Yeah. All right. I don't know. United States. I don't know. United States never really had like amazing reigns. So it's just a lot of champions.
I mean, what about Kurt Angle?
Didn't even realize he had one.
That's crazy. Not even Edge.
Edge had one.
That's.
When the fuck did Edge have one? That had to be early in his career.
He won in 2001.
Yeah, it was early in his career. Motherfucker went for 10 years straight just winning nothing but world titles. So yes, he of course had the man literally the fucking ultimate opportunist, bro. That's crazy. You just won your world title. You think you know me? And this man would be on the whole opposite show and shit. He just come over and just take his shit.
Oh, Kofi.
Oh yeah, damn, that's crazy. Kofi had it a couple times too.
Yeah,
a lot of people don't realize Kofi. If you add up all his titles, the man's had 30 championships.
Yeah, and my notice like Zack Ryder too. United States, come on.
Oh yeah, he had a decent reign. Oh yeah, wasn't that around the time when he got pushed and he was dating Eva Torres and they then planted John Cena on him?
Yeah, and then Kane trying to raise the hate.
That was funny as fuck. It was funny because he made John Cena fucking kind of turn somewhat heelish because he beat fucking Jack Swagger beat Zack Ryder after Kane threw him off the fucking ramp in the wheelchair. And they're like, wait, Zack, you're really gonna defend your title? He's like, oh yeah, I'm a fighting champion. Got hit with one gut wrench power bomb, and then John Cena just came out and just started beating the shit out of Jack Swagger. It was funny.
I forgot about Jack Swagger. Oh, that's I was gonna say was World Heavyweight Championships.
Well, obviously Edge,
Triple H,
CM Punk,
Rey Mysterio.
For the WCW World Heavyweight Championship.
He won the World Heavyweight Championship.
I know, but he won it twice, and neither reign was really that good. The first one was made so special because it was in tribute to Eddie. It was whatever. So it was.
Not for you.
No, he won it twice. He won it in 2006, and then he won it he lost that 2 months later because Chavo Guerrero interfered in his match with Booker T or whatever. Then he won it again in 2009, and then Jack Swagger beat him in a match with the ankle lock or whatever. So yeah, Ray didn't, Yeah, Ray's only had 2 WCW World Heavyweight Championships. In WWE Championships, he's only had 1, which they did him so fucking dirty with that ring.
I really want to make sure.
Yeah, he's only had 2. He hasn't had just 1. He had 2.
No, I believe you of him having 2, but I feel like he had more than 2.
No, he didn't have more than 2. He had more than 2 other championship reigns, tag team. He's won quite a few tag team titles.
Yeah.
Quite a few tag team titles. I think he's won a couple of United States and Intercontinentals each, whatever. But when it comes to the world titles, no, he only won 2 of those.
Yeah.
And then he won the WWE Championship for a single week. Well, no, it wasn't a single night, right? Sure. Or was it a week?
What the
WWE?
It was a single night, and where he fought John Cena then because they had a whole tournament. I wish they did Rey Mysterio dirty that whole like that whole moment. I was like, what was the point? My thing is this: what was the point of having a tournament? Then the next thing you know, have John Cena come out fresh and all. Mind you, yeah, fresh and everything, and fighting against a entire Rey Mysterio that had been doing like the whole tournament that whole night. That made no sense. I'm not gonna lie. Think about that. What was the point? And, like, you could have like John. If you had said, "Oh yeah, John Cena's gonna be the last person people gonna fight," actually no. John Cena should have competed in that tournament too, because he lost his belt.
Yeah.
There was no point of having John Cena come out and like, oh yeah.
And why give it to Rey Mysterio if you're just then gonna take it away just later that same night, whatever? Like that's just weird.
You disrespect Rey on everything, and Rey is a company. He's a company man.
Yeah, that's why they pushed Dominic Mysterio when they did or whatever, just because of how loyal. Like if I was Rey, I definitely would have been pissed. Like you finally give me the main title for a night.
For a couple of hours. A
couple of hours, couple minutes, however fucking long it was. They did that man dirty, but okay.
So we said Edge, Triple H,
Rey Mysterio, just because, like I said, it was so monumental when he won it for Eddie at WrestleMania 22. Undertaker, great world champion. Batista, also another great. See, we're coming up with great ones here because these are the titles that matter. So, no, I'm joking.
Kurt Angle.
He had some pretty decent reigns.
I'll say.
I think he had definitely a couple, like one or two more WWE title reigns. I don't think he was the World Heavyweight title until towards the end of his tenure in WWE. So he like kind of was fed up with shit. So
I mean, true, but he still performed.
Yeah, he was still going crazy. I mean, them perks, bro. Perk Angle ain't no joke.
Randy.
I was thinking Randy, but I was also like,
yeah.
Which version? Because when they gave it to him when he was young or whatever, and made him that baby face, and he left Evolution, or whatever. A lot of people actually didn't like that reign.
It's alright. That's not the reign I'm talking about. I'm not talking about that reign. I'm talking about like the reign where he was like the back and forth with Christian.
That right there also pissed me off.
And I'm not like Christian.
Christian got done dirty too. They only gave him the title because Edge's best friend.
Yeah, and like Edge retired.
Yeah, that's exactly why. Which also pissed me. That pissed me off too because I'm thinking Jordan finished the match, right? He's like, "Who's Adam Copeland?" So I'm like, okay, so now he's on WrestleMania 28, and I guess Edge must have been in the crowd or something as his name, regular name. And he's like, "Oh no, I'm still watching that match." So I'm like, I just spoiled it for this man without even.
Meaning to, yeah.
I'm like,
I mean, it's just the way how he act. That question, like, who's Adam? Copeland.
Is Edge and Adam Copeland the same?
You can see the difference. Anyways,
yeah, we're getting a little sidetracked. Shout out to Mr. Bartender.
Really, shout out to him. Really, keep on your journey for watching every single WrestleMania.
Yeah, he's currently at WrestleMania 27, which, like I said, he's been steamrolling through them shits now. I did not think he was going to make it, but that was just because he was only watching it with me. But after, he was like, "Oh no, I was only going up to the WrestleMania you said that you haven't seen." And then after that, I was just going to go on my own and just whatever. So I never saw up to WrestleMania 14.
My thing is this. I can't wait for him to watch that 7-hour WrestleMania. That's going to be
most likely I'm going to be watching that shit with him, and I'm not.
That's not gonna be me. That's gonna be really killer.
Yeah, I think it's WrestleMania 34 or some shit like that. WrestleMania 33, 34. Because that was I think when Shinsuke went against AJ, and people were just burnt the fuck out because of how long it was. That should have been at the beginning of the night. I ain't gonna lie.
It should have been. That actually should. I'm more surprised that was not the main event.
No, it was.
Nah.
Because fucking Shinsuke was a Royal Rumble winner that year.
Yeah, no, he was. But there was a different match that was... Because there was a match that went next after that.
Sure.
Yeah. Yeah, no, because it was Brock Lesnar.
Which WrestleMania night is better?
No, it was Brock... No, because look, the main event...
Actually, they made 3 nights of WrestleMania?
No.
Crazy. No. Friday night, Saturday night, and Sunday, bro.
No, I remember now. Cause Brock Lesnar. Cause remember they did the whole brand split. It was Brock Lesnar versus Roman. And where people speculate, it was New Orleans.
What am I trying to tell you?
It was at New Orleans. Like the whole Mardi Gras. That's when like, the whole bar thing. The whole the bar for Braun Strowman and Nicholas. Yeah, I remember that. I remember that whole pay-per-view. I remember that. Yeah, that was not the main event.
The first WrestleMania was a merely 2 hours and 20 minutes.
Wait. Hey,
I'm trying.
we're getting sidetracked.
I hear what you're saying.
No, I'll be like, we're getting sidetracked. So, alright. We said Edge, we said John Cena, we said Triple H, we said CM Punk, we said
WrestleMania 35.
Undertaker.
Well, it might not have been 7 hours. But WrestleMania 35 was definitely 5 hours.
Yeah, I mean it's still pushing it, but it still was fun. We named 5.
World champ. Well,
King.
obviously Brock Lesnar.
Well, Brock Lesnar, yeah.
Wait,
did he win the World Championship?
Technically, when he beat John Cena at SummerSlam, he won both.
The unification. You want to count unification? All right.
Want to be real?
Yeah.
Want to be real? Say no. Mark Henry. I ain't gonna lie. The Hall of Pain, in my opinion, that was such a good ring.
I was gonna say Sheamus.
He had a pretty decent one.
That's an interesting one. What was a good one? I was gonna say honorary mention. I probably would put up the
For a second, I thought that was the wrestler's name. I thought his name was honorary.
I'll say Alberto Del Rio for honorary mention.
I'm not gonna lie. When he won, me and my dad were actually talking about this last night. When he won, the way how he celebrated, my dad said gave him goosebumps because you could just feel that adrenaline and everything. Like, even though you know you're gonna win, it's like you might forget, like, in the moment that you were supposed to win, and it feels like you genuinely achieved something, and then you just have that everything. It's crazy, but yeah, honorary mention Alberto Del Rio. You know, fuck him for everything else.
Yeah, everything else.
But you know,
trying to think other people.
Chris Benoit.
Yeah, honorary mentions.
That's crazy. People don't ever want to give that man his flowers.
I say honorary mention.
Honorary mention. Honorary fucking mention. Okay.
Shawn Michaels. Say no. Say no.
He was the first.
Shawn Michaels the GOAT.
You heard that?
The greatest of all time, literally.
Greatest.
Yes. Who's better than him, literally?
Bro, play the fucking game. Anyways, I mean, it's not disputed. I agree with that too. But.
You're making it sound like I said the Great Khali.
He's the GOAT. You ain't mad at me because he's a fucking GOAT.
I thought you were saying Great Khali's GOAT. I was about to say, what the fuck you want?
I'm not your boy, Toy.
Well, he had a
sexy boy. Sexy boy.
Well, low key, Great Khali did have a good run as World Heavyweight Champion.
He did better run than Christian.
I'm not your boy, Toy. He's a sexy boy. Come on, man.
I'll say last, Big Show. Is there a Big Show?
We're talking about world champions. Go away. What are you doing?
This is our good friend, Mon.
Shawn Michaels is the greatest of all time. Literally. Do I have to go down the list? Goldust.
Goldust? You put Goldust in, like, greatest of all time?
Are you sure? Do you mean Goldust or Goldberg?
Yeah.
Goldberg.
Yeah, I'm about to say. Kyle say, Goldust was the one with the face paint.
You know, then you got John Cena, you know.
Undertaker.
Kane.
Triple H.
Rey Mysterio.
Randy Orton.
Well, everybody, I think, always also puts Rey Mysterio just because he was, like, the little guy. There was nobody for a long time.
Because he's little.
Well, no, I'm saying for a long ass time, there was no other luchador like him there. Yeah. There was no other masked wrestler
That's true.
in WWE. It was just him.
If you want to, you can join us for a discussion.
I mean, one thing you gotta really remember, you really wanna go back. They had a couple of SmackDown versus, they had a little, I forgot, what's in the name of this shit, type shit. You had my boy though out there though, man. What's his name? My boy.
Kalisto?
No.
Sakar?
No. What's his name?
Undescribed?
Kofi Kingston.
Cool.
Yeah.
Go then.
Now, if we talk about WWE champions,
WWE champions. You want to join us on this? Wait, it's like when you think of like a person that had that belt, who do you think of?
Randy Orton.
great WWE champion,
CM Punk.
Triple H,
I call my man CM Punk. You can't get him.
Daniel Bryan.
Definitely Daniel Bryan. Oh yes.
I just hear too much of Roman Reigns over here, so they really into him. Like,
I know, like Roman Reigns. Yes, but I'm not gonna include him for WWE champion. I'm gonna include him for the Universal Championship.
Yeah, I didn't even know where he was going. Like, okay, now we're stretching. We leaving it with the WWE.
Alright, WWE / Universal.
Yeah. I was about to say, now you're stretching it. Like, hey, nah, there's too many championships, bro. I can't remember them all, man. Half the Universal Championship reigns have been ass, or they've been fucking unified, so it's not even.
Alright, we're gonna put it out there. John Cena, Roman Reigns, Edge, CM Punk, Triple H, Shawn Michaels. Who else?
Bob Backlund. It's like, nah. Well, technically, he does have like the fourth like longest reign or whatever of being the WWE WWE champion or whatever.
And you can say the same thing about fucking Hulk Hogan.
Yeah, Hulk.
But we're not adding Hulk Hogan.
I mean, I'd add Hulk Hogan.
don't forget about my man Boogeyman.
Nick.
Nah, get your ass out of here with the boogeyman. I'm coming to get you.
Yo, that man used to come out, he'd be like dancing and shit. He'd be like fucking Harlem shaking at the top of the stage, bro.
He really would be. And that's
My man was Ian motherfucking
Worms.
And you know what's crazy? That man's like 60 and he's still under contract with WWE. He's
Is he actually?
Yeah, like Legends contract or whatever.
Oh, okay. Oh, I thought you guys anymore.
Man, I'm on NXT right now talking about I'm coming to get you. Honestly though, I'm surprised that they haven't had like another Boogeyman like come in or something. Cause I don't know, I felt like it would be a little interesting, like to have the Fiend versus Boogeyman, bro. It'd be kind of interesting. Like
I feel like the Boogeyman makes an appearance like during like the fire, like in like the
Firefly Funhouse.
Yeah,
that'd have been kind of cool. Yeah. Like, could you imagine you're like feuding with like the Boogeyman? You're like trying to get to your car so you can go to the next hotel, next room, whatever like that. But the camera's still rolling, but it's like the end of the show, whatever. You open up your fucking like car door. He's just there in the passenger seat talking about, "I'm coming to get you." Yeah. But anyway, damn, we haven't even talked about fucking Raw yet. Listen, this man Cody was on some Homelander type energy.
We're gonna get this fast. The Rock, Stone Cold. I'm trying to remember. Mankind. Okay. I'll try to name one more. Bret Hart. Yeah, Bret Hart.
Bret Hart was a decent world champion.
And honorable mention, Vince McMahon. No. The honorable mention is Kurt Angle and Brock Lesnar. Kaba said you can't lie.
No. I was enjoying my sip of water. that wasn't a.
No, but I mean, like, when you think of like the WWE champion, I'm not gonna lie, I think of Brock.
Yeah. That's also because the motherfuckers had it like 25 times.
True.
When you have something a lot, you just think like when it comes to the World Heavyweight Championship, like I always thought of Edge because the man had it like 10 times. So it's just like. You would just see that man had that shit for like 3 years, basically, on and off, just losing that shit.
And you just see every single time.
And he always won through. And I mean, I get those whole gimmick, but that man really did win with somebody most fuckery. He would just get a title shot because he was dating Vicky Guerrero. So she's like, you know what? You just had a tough match. Well, you got one more tonight. You think you know me? Like, bro, fuck you. Like when he cashed in on fucking John Cena went through a fucking war in the Elimination Chamber, bleeding, his whole face all bloody and everything.
And he thinking like, okay, the night is done and all that, and legit like chilling.
Vince McMahon one.
And mind you, it's just and when he heard like Vince stepped out and all that, he's like, what the fuck is Vince is out here? Mind you, because Vince is the boss, so he's not really telling you. So this is happening on the spot, and you're just like, huh? And you're really like
Edge came out, he's just like,
And like eventually
but technically, when they say you're supposed to give it to an official, isn't it supposed to be a referee though?
Now let me ask you this: who's the one signing that paycheck?
Fair enough.
Who's more?
I was just saying, technically that ring might be void.
I'm about to say, who's? If I'm the one that's telling you to ring that bell,
Yeah, I'm gonna hit you with a tough question though.
I thought you were gonna ask to talk about Raw.
We will after this question.
All right.
Greatest hardcore champion of all time.
Mankind.
Did he actually ever win the hardcore championship?
You should. You should have.
That'd be crazy if he never did.
Nah, I feel like it came from him.
Nah, might have. I don't know. A lot of people won that shit. That shit was passed around. It shit gets sometimes passed around like 5 times in a single night. You just see somebody chilling, and then fucking Bradshaw come out of nowhere with a clothesline from hell with the ref there.
Honestly.
No, the 24/7 championship. A lot of people don't like it. I did like it. I felt like that and the Fiend is what was saving Raw at that time.
It was.
Especially just because didn't Archer beat Jinder Mahal like on a plane while Jinder Mahal was sleeping? He literally just held him down in the chair. Oh man, fuck. But yes, Raw.
Yeah. I was right. Mankind. It was the first one.
Oh shit! All right.
I remember he was the first one that introduced the belt and everything. I remember how fucked up that shit was. And like, yeah, that's definitely Mankind. Mankind was the one that introduced and that made that belt.
Yeah.
I want to see who held the belt. Big Show.
Kane.
Tess.
Al Snow. A lot of people won that shit. Jeff Hardy, I think.
Crash Holly.
Yeah.
Matt Hardy.
Oh, yeah.
Shane McMahon. On Raven.
Just a sexy boy.
Raven. Yeah, King from Rhino. Chris Jericho. Jeff Hardy. RVD. Me. Goldust. The actual Goldust.
Who the fuck is Maine? You said Maine?
Yeah, MAVE. Maine.
Maven?
Oh, Maven, my bad.
So how did you say it? How did you say it?
Okay, you're supposed to like silence the E.
No, you're not. No, his name is Maven.
There's two syllables. There's two vowels in that. You're supposed to silence the other vowel.
We're not doing that.
That's it. That's
We're
no.
not doing that.
What you mean? You're supposed to silence that.
Well, they didn't. All right, so if they didn't, I'm not. All right, his name was fucking Maven. All right. His fucking name was Maven, bro. If WWE got it wrong, I don't give a shit. I'm gonna get it wrong. All right. I'm not dealing with this, bro.
You're about to criticize me for the way how I said it. You're like, oh, you're supposed to say this. I'm like, about proper English. You're supposed to silence the vowel. We had this whole shit.
Yeah, I'm not dealing with that. But all right, fine. Let's get to Raw. So I saw most of it, but I didn't see the entire thing. Because Loki, it was kind of boring.
It was.
It was a little boring.
It basically was like a filler, towards like.
But Cody was on some Homelander type shit. That if you guys have seen the Boys,
he mentioned
season,
Homelander.
Yeah, he said, "Don't make me rip out your throat," and be on some Homelander type time or whatever to Paul Heyman. But he came out towards the end of the show. Yeah, we're gonna be all over the place. We're not gonna go from the very beginning what happened because I don't think nothing really interesting happened until Cody Rhodes came out.
Well, the beginning was Jey Uso. Calling out the bloodline because
Did he get jumped?
Yeah.
They came out and jumped his ass. Yeah. Then Cody said, yeah.
It was because Jey Uso already know they were like inside the building and like he basically because he already knew the tactics.
In my opinion, Jey Uso, it's not necessarily what he says in his promos, but it's just the energy he brings. He's like one of the best on the mic. Just because he just like every time he just said. He was like first ever time, Oos versus Oos. Like the energy and just the everything he brings into it, the way how he says it, it's just like damn, bro. He gets so, or like when he was kicking out Jimmy Uso, he was like, you know what, you're out, and I'm out too. And then super kick that shit, and then they fucked it up.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Honestly, like Jimmy
put Jimmy back in the fucking bloodline. What are You could have just made him a single star.
Honestly, they honestly really could have.
Like, and you still could have had him have the match. He didn't need to be a part of Bloodline. He could have been on some heel shit outside the Bloodline and just fuck with Jay and be like, "Oh, you can't get nothing successful without me."
And that would have been like calm. I just don't understand.
He didn't need to be a part of Bloodline to have the rivalry. It could have been out of just pure jealousy. Been like, "Oh, Jay, you think you so better than me now, calling yourself main event Jay so shit." No. Like, I'm gonna beat your ass.
And mind you, like, Roman with Solo and Paul Heyman, it still makes sense and all that.
Yeah. But, anyways, so...
Cody Rhodes could have a whole... I'm so sorry. Like, they could have a whole feud with Jimmy versus Solo.
You know, on who wins Roman's approval type shit.
Yeah. Solo wins, obviously, yeah. He built Solo off.
Yeah, because that man has lost like 78 times since the beginning of his fucking run with Bloodline.
Honestly.
How you supposed to be an enforcer? You can't enforce shit.
You're getting your ass beat every single time. And you come to pay-per-view supporting your tribal chief and thinking everyone don't know who he really is.
Facts, bro. The same dusty ass black hoodie, bro. At least wear a different color hoodie, bro.
At least like show like a different hoodie, like of like probably like from like a band or something like that. Dudes, or like wear a mask.
Yeah, bro. But we know it's you, bro. That same dingy ass hood, bro. But fucking, anyways, we're roasting the not the wrestlers themselves because it's not their fault.
It's not. It's just like it's just the way how
it's just the tropes and shit.
It really is the trope.
But yeah. So in my opinion, yeah, Cody was on scorched earth. What?
Well, damn. First off, I was just looking at your fucking screen.
Yeah, my shit is fucked up, bro. This is the type of shit I gotta do.
How more fucked up is it?
Well, it was this, and then this might have just been recently. This wasn't like this yesterday.
Yeah, I'm asking. I just saw this. I was like, hold up.
I don't know, bro.
Do you want to talk about this?
So, all right, y'all. So I might actually put this on, like, I'm gonna take pictures. We're gonna put this on the IG after the episode is over, whatever. But this is basically what my screen looks like as we are. Oh shit! I went on Instagram. This is what my screen looks like as we're recording these episodes. And so that's crazy. But yeah, so Cody was on some demon time, bro. That man said that The Rock's suffering from little dick syndrome and all this shit like that, which is crazy because I think it was then reported. I saw something, I think it was yesterday, something like that, that Nick Khan, which is one of the higher ups in WWE, sent out a memo that talents cannot use profanity during their promos, but they allowed Cody to use that.
Yeah.
And all that shit. So it was, but like I said, it was a necessity. But like my dad also says, it can't happen too frequently because then you take that out. You take that spark of it away because then now it's like, okay, well now they're dropping cuss words every week, every show. It takes away from it.
And I'm not gonna lie, I feel like for Cody, you felt.
Yeah, Cody. Yeah, because like I ain't gonna lie, the whole every week talking about how this means the world to him and how he's not gonna ruin this second chance and kind of tearing up and crying. It's cool and all, but it's like, bro,
we're tired of that.
Yeah, like show us the Cody that we fell in love with in the independent scene, the one that took no shit, took all the names that this was the Cody we needed to see. That man said, "You want to talk about me being a crybaby?" He said, "You went to all your friends, your little buddies at TKO. And I'm like, here we go. That man he said, "You are nothing more than Roman Reigns' side chick."
He should have said side bitch, but...
Yeah, that would have been even funnier. But technically, Roman Reigns low-key been at this side to side chick in this whole shit.
He has been, and that's the crazy part. And where it's like, you would think, like... But
Brock is doing more appearances than him.
And that's true. But here's the thing, though, it's like, I'm not gonna lie, it fits Roman's gimmick, though.
It does.
Which is like, Roman's legit just chilling and all that. Like, he doesn't need to do anything. He doesn't need to do anything where he's legit the A side, where he's legit.
He said, "You might be the final boss." I don't know. It was about how Cody Rhodes said it. Just cracked me.
No, but for me, it's like still like Roman like bearing himself was like, you do work 10 times more than me. That's true, but I make 10 times more than you.
Yeah, that shit was funny.
And when she asked the crowd, which one would y'all rather have? Seth Rollins type of money or Tribal Chief money? And he was like, there we go.
Yeah, he said, yeah, you might work. Yeah, see, that's what I'm saying, though. I still say the most disrespectful moment in Roman Reigns' entire heel career so far, as a heel, his entire heel career, is when that man Cesaro was coming out and he said, turn that bum's music off, and they did, bro. To me, if I was Cesaro, bro, I would have had one.
I'm running to the ring and I'm like...
Yeah, bro. He said, turn that bum's music off. Like,
no, they did something else. I'm trying to remember.
No, what he also did to Cody, though, too, last year, was just, he said, have you ever even fought for one of these? And he put down one championship. He said, have you even fought at WrestleMania? Put down the second championship.
Have you ever even made an event to a pay-per-view?
No, that'd be even crazy. He'd be like, have you ever even made money like this? And he would, like, pull the check out.
Yo, that would been... Yo, if he does that for this, yeah, cause I thought Roman Love. He was this. We've been here before. You remember these? Imagine has all 3 belts and legit carrying it, and it goes like this.
You lost this one. You lost this one.
And you think you're gonna win this one? No. And look at this. I seen they keep on wearing suits, and actually throw him like some bum outfit for him. He says, I got you some outfits where you wear casually. Don't worry, I didn't spend any good money. They're from Goodwill. Just like the A be like this. The crowd knows what I'm talking about. Cause look at them, they're all bums, just like you. that was it. Yo, if I was like,
yeah.
No, nigga.
Anyways, fucking.
I like to say, I can see
Cody, yeah, bro. Finally, and then he was wearing that clean ass all black suit, bro.
You felt it, but I'm not gonna lie. We need to have this conversation on it. Can we say this prior, but not like on the air? Cody don't know how to dress casually.
He really doesn't. That man pulls up either in the full piece suit, or he's wearing like khakis with a belt and like a buttoned up shirt and a watch and everything. But then again, though, honestly, I think he learned that because that's how wrestlers used to be, though, back in the 80s and 90s. They showed up to the arenas wearing suits and shit.
Vince tried to do that all that, remember? But the issue was that there's a hot building and all that, and they're sweating crazy. And we're just
they just kind of let go of that whole thing. But, like, that's why CM Punk lost his world title to Undertaker, right? Back in, like, 2010.
Oh, they didn't want to wear the suit and all that?
Yeah, because Undertaker, he's like, you're the world champion. You should, like, show up more professional. He's like, John Cena, bitch. Like, John Cena doesn't show up in a suit. Like, why should I? Like, and then Vince is like...
Cena got exposed.
Do you want to pull up a chair?
No, he doesn't.
I'm playing Spider-Man.
Yes.
I wish... No, but it's true, though. It's like, you can't say one thing like, oh, yeah, you... I feel like...
Because I'm like, Undertaker, do you even show up in suits?
He does it. Cause I don't remember last time Undertaker wore a suit.
Like, Hall of Fame. I'm playing.
John Cena don't wear suits. He wear a green shirt that says "fuck you."
Imagine that really was.
And blue fucking cargo jeans, literally.
How do you cargo jeans? Cargo is its own thing. I mean, no, wait, I'm thinking camouflage. My fault.
I'm saying.
No, yeah, it could be cargo jeans. I thought he meant
what was he wearing? Like jorts. Yeah. No, but it's true though. Like John Cena wearing that. Bless you. Like John Cena now is wearing suits and all that, but that's only like for Hollywood.
Yeah.
But
when he comes back, dude, his WWE events are he's wearing suits.
Mind you,
he'd be wearing the
Roman's not wearing a suit.
I may be wearing like hoodies and shit.
Yes.
Which even fits his character even more because he's like, bro, like, I'm just that much of a boss that I don't need to, like... He's on some J. Cole shit, basically.
He really is.
He's just like... Remember that fucking... that one SmackDown? He's just sitting there and he's like, I want to know why you're still here. And why you're drinking the Tribal Chief's water as Jimmy was taking a sip. And he always talked like this. That same position, leaning forward, his hands like... The fucking court, the tribal court, where that shit got. He said, I let you into my family. You do this to me solo. Like, and Sammy's really just standing there in the corner like some little kid. Now, when they ripped the fucking shirt off of Sammy to give him the new shirt,
that shit was just like.
He said, I don't want you wearing this shirt. And then they just ripped it. Like Jay really took the time to rip that shit off. He said, you're gonna wear this one.
And I was like, okay. But see inside, that shit's like a terrifying moment.
Because he thought he was about to get jumped.
Yes, because in real life, if that shit happened.
Yeah.
Dude, people wanted the whole, like, RPG factor, in, like, wrestling, like, in the game. That, oh, yeah. You know, like, the whole scene with, what Peacock did?
What do you mean?
What they showed on the phone. Remember? Like, that from the game?
Oh, yeah.
And people wanted that. I didn't want that. I'm glad we didn't get that. Can you imagine that? But I digress.
But yeah, alright, so actually I want to know something. Besides John Cena.
Wait, I actually had something to tell you in that group probably. So there was actually talks about Undertaker versus Sting.
Yeah.
And you know what's crazy? Vince said he didn't want it. That there was no point of it. Yeah, your facial expression.
Yeah, no, I saw that. No, I saw that the other day or whatever.
What's your thoughts on that? Cause that got me a little upset.
Okay, I can see why Vince maybe didn't think it, because it's like, all right, well, he had the Undertaker. Like, why have two of like similar characters? But that's what the fans want to see. Is like they wanted to see two great wrestlers that, like, I think they did wrestle in WCW, but it was like early in Undertaker's career or whatever. So it's like, take these two guys who have all these years of experience, whatever like that, put them into a match. They have similar characters. It just would have been interesting. But the only problem is that if they do it now...
Well, it's too late now.
Yeah, it's too late now. But if they were to do it now, Undertaker would probably take more of the bumps than Sting, because he's a little younger. And even if Sting does take bumps, he wears, like, padding underneath his shirt.
He wears a lot of padding.
Yeah, he wears a lot of padding. There's a lot of padding in the arena. So, like, it wouldn't look as right. I don't think it'd be, like, a disaster like Goldberg versus Undertaker.
Bro.
I may drop him down on his neck.
Goldberg should honestly just, like, never came. Like, after that run with, at WrestleMania, with him and Brock.
Yeah. He said, now, no, well, even after the whole Survivor Series, he's like, and, he said, I was going to leave. He said, but what about one more title run? He said, so all the 29 other superstars, you're next. Like, bro. But it was also the fans' fault, too, because the fans were hype as shit for all that shit. So it just let WWE think that shit was okay.
Yeah, but...
So they realized that man literally, WWE was not trying to let him get hurt. Take any sort of bumps.
But then, next moment, hit DX versus... when DX versus Bird Disruptions.
That was god-awful.
Triple H
got injured.
Shawn Michaels should have just fucking stood retired.
He said, I stayed retired out of respect. He said, no, you stayed retired because of fear.
I think that was a tough line. I'm not gonna lie, because Dave Brown, like, it hooked me in. Now I watched the match, I was like, I don't see. This is something that should have happened like
20 years ago.
20 years ago.
Well, but then again, it did say the last time ever, so at least we...
Thank the Lord.
That was such a bad event. But anyways, though. Damn, yeah, I think fucking sink water just doesn't do me justice. I feel my stomach be fucking up a little bit. I ain't gonna lie to you. But anyways, what's it called? WrestleMania is getting closer and closer with each passing day.
It really is. We can't wait for
this WrestleMania. This WrestleMania is the first WrestleMania in a while I've been excited for. And it's not even because of really Cody and Roman or Cody and The Rock and all that. It's really just because of everything else. Like, you got Seth Rollins and Drew. You got Gunther and Sammy. You got Rhea and Becky, and you got. It's just they went out, because it is a milestone WrestleMania. So
I'm just saying the entrance. Like Roman, Seth, Rock. Their entrance, everyone's entrances like that are like in the title matches wise, have to be like top notch.
Well, the crowd also can't be dead either.
No, true.
The crowd better be fucking hyped. Like people are like, oh my god, the crowd can't be hyped the entire night. Backlash. All I gotta say, backlash. Puerto Rico was on fire that night. My people, let me go.
Nah, but thank you for listening to TFN Network. Thank you for this episode of Kickout Commentary. This is episode 8 or 7 or 8.
Not quite sure.
We're gonna put there's gonna be a pin on that.
No, it's like episode 7.
7? Yeah, okay.
7. I think you might.
I feel like because that 1 week, it's just that 1 week.
Yeah, that 1 week screwed everything over.
Yeah. Yeah. So episode 7. It's been your boy Hollywood.
It's been your boy SPC Prophet.
Thank you for listening. We'll catch you later.
Skadoosh.